month or two.
We'll bring in Texas Congressman Brian Babin, member of the Military Veterans Caucus, also the chairman of the Science, Space, and Technology Committee. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on. So the president obviously railing against several legacy media outlets, but if you really read into this, again, a report that was supposed to be top secret, preliminary, low confidence, obviously, and then put out into the media at this moment. A lot of what they're looking for, by the way, is underground, which they still don't know what that looks like, clearly. Talk to us about the frustration that we've seen from the president, the president and this White House about the leakers and this preliminary report that's out there.
Well, I can't tell you the accuracy of this report. All I can tell you is that we know that President Trump has been attacked from all sides, repeatedly throughout his first term and now into his second term. I can't tell you if with any great certainty that all of the enriched uranium was destroyed or not. But I am believing this president. I have faith in this president. This president is, in my opinion, the most decisive president that I've seen in my entire lifetime. His philosophy of peace through strength, it was shown, in spades. I'm telling you, what was carried out by our own military and the decisiveness of President Trump and his inner circle were absolutely just perfect. And it's so refreshing to see a leader in this country finally take the reins and take this kind of action. I will say this, that those who are naysaying and saying that he usurped his powers and overstepped in making and authorizing this strike, I will just say this: 5 presidents before him, 5 presidents, starting with Clinton, all of the presidents have said Iran cannot be allowed to get nuclear arms. Every one of them, starting with Clinton, but only one of those presidents carried out what he said and promised he was going to do, and that was President Donald Trump. So I'm very proud of him, very proud of our military for carrying this strike out, and I can tell you that the Iranians are reeling, and I don't know if we're going to have a regime change. I don't know what's going to happen over there now, but I can tell you they finally got their comeuppance, and it is important, I think, for a president to stand up against this terrorist, the largest spreader of terrorism in the world today, who declared basically an undeclared war on us for 40 years. It started when I was in the United States Air Force in Germany, and in Ramstein, Germany, when they grabbed about 100 of our embassy personnel and held them for 400 and something days. And from that day on, and then in '83, they killed hundreds of our Marines. These people are responsible for the deaths of literally thousands of Americans and our allies as well. It was high time that we hit this evil regime back and hit them hard, and I am very glad to see that it has happened.
It was a very, very strong strike by the president, and of course Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth put out this statement yesterday. It reads, quote, "Based on everything we have seen, I've seen it all. Our bombing campaign obliterated Iran's ability to create nuclear weapons. Our massive bombs hit exactly the right spot at each target and worked perfectly. The impact of those bombs is buried under a mountain of rubble in Iran. So anyone who says the bombs were not devastating is just trying to undermine the president and the successful mission." Congressman, as you were just mentioning, you're talking about the naysayers. Even though this mission was successful, there are still some who question how fair it is to really assess how successful this situation with respect to the uranium is, despite that statement from Secretary Hegseth. Your reaction?
I agree 100% with Secretary Hegseth. These people are hypocrites. Other presidents have used the war powers before. They've made promises, never did anything. Anything President Donald Trump, he said it in his State of the Union speech just a couple of months ago. He said, I could come up with a cure for cancer, the secret to world peace, and these people would still be criticizing me. He can't do anything right because they're suffering from a Trump derangement syndrome. Nothing he says or does is ever going to be enough. He's the most decisive leader this country has seen in 100 years. The Democrats are simply just coming off of a absolutely failed 4 years under Joe Biden, and they can't stand to see success. They can't stand to see President Trump deliver on his promises and do the things that fix our border, open border, get rid of inflation. I mean, he has done everything he said he was going to do.
Yeah, everything that he said he was going to do in terms of again, closing the border, and that's a whole other issue. We've talked about several Iranian nationals being arrested and potential sleeper cells here in the States because of the open border policies led by the previous administration. Congressman Brian Babin joining us. Congressman, thank you for that.